Welcome back to HTH Hot Takes and Headaches, and what a weekend we had. We had some crazy games, World Series Game 7, college football had some crazy games. We're recording on Sunday. We just watched some crazy stuff. How are you feeling after that jam-packed weekend of sports we just had?
Yeah, it was a day of mixed emotions for sure.
Yeah.
It was a crazy day. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. So.
Yeah, currently in the HTH Bowl of Fantasy, me and Eric, we are in a pillow fight, and it's all coming down to Sunday Night Football, which is about to start while we're recording this. I need 20 points from Torrey Horton and Sam Darnold. Do you feel any confidence, or you think?
No.
No.
I have zero confidence. My team shit the bed.
No.
Yeah, sucks, but we move on.
Move on. And Stick, how are you feeling over there? I know you had a little rough beat in fantasy as well.
Yeah, no, I'm good. It was very frustrating watching Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is back.
I was praying for a Travis Etienne touchdown on that drive right before, and he got a chance out of the Wildcat.
Yeah.
But that's been the story of my year, just kind of like seeming like I'm going to be okay, and then guys popping off.
Yeah.
So I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, we'll jump right into it. We're going to start the World Series this time because, wow, what a series. Game 6, we didn't get to cover that one. It was a crazy game, double play to end it, but we were all together last night to watch Game 7, and what a game it was. Yamamoto steals the MVP. Everybody thought Shohei was going to win it, but started Game 6, closes out Game 3. Will Smith, huge home run. Miguel Rojas, huge home run for the Dodgers to go back-to-back. What did you think about the series, Eric?
It was just a massive heartbreak for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it was.
You were a half an inch from winning the World Series on that grounder to the second base, and they threw it to home, just barely got him. It sucks. Will Smith hit the obvious go-ahead home run.
Yes.
In the top of the 11th, I believe. And, it's unfortunate if you're a Blue Jays fan. I mean, what a fight.
Blue Jays
I don't know what to
him.
say to make you feel better, but
Blue Jays out hit them 5 of the 7 games, and the Dodgers still won that series. That was a crazy stat when I saw it.
They were also up 3-0 last night. George Springer was having an unreal day.
And the odds came out already for the next World Series. The Blue Jays are 15th. They don't even.
They're not going to snip the World Series next year.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're not going to snip the World Series next year. So this was your chance, unfortunately. I mean, you never know, I guess, but you imagine to see the Dodgers back in the mix next year. You don't really imagine to see the Blue Jays.
What a series. I thought it was good for baseball to go to 7, but now there's going to be a lot of rumors what's going to happen in 2027. And Dodgers win it again. It's going to be the longest lockout ever. But, what a series. Good for baseball. Dodgers get it done back-to-back. But now we're back in it. Go Mets.
Yeah.
Go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox.
Go Angels, baby.
Go
Angels. Roll fucking Angels. I'm rooting for the
Kurt
Angels.
Suzuki coming in, going to get the boys ready.
Yes.
Yes.
That clubhouse straight.
The Mets got a lot to figure out. We only have a head coach, not a single other coach, so we got a lot to do.
Wow, a couple hires need to be
plus 1,100 to win the World Series. I think the Red Sox were plus 1,300, and I didn't hit View more to see the Angels' odds.
They'd be at the very top.
Hey, we'll see how the offseason goes. Hopefully a lot of big moves for all of our teams, and
Yes, but so we'll be taking a break for baseball for a while unless there's big news now, but we'll move on. Dodgers go back-to-back. And we'll jump right into college football. Week 10, we had some chaos. I mean, just chaos this weekend. But we'll start at 12 o'clock. Texas 34, Vanderbilt 31. Oh, my goodness.
push of the century.
I should have bet in Texas when we were talking about it. The spread was -2.5 early in the week, but I waited till Saturday morning. It was -3. Great start. I mean, 75-yard touchdown from Wingo right away. Oh, free. I mean, we would have hit our lock parlay that we posted. Mine, it still won. It still won, but it wasn't as We'll get to more of how that happened later, but overall, Texas dominated until the end. They're just mental mistakes. At the end, they miscommunication. They 2 touchdowns. The guy was wide open, but. Yeah, did you get a chance to check that game out? What were you thinking?
Well, the entire dispute between ESPN and YouTube TV kind of restricted my ability to watch the game. But from what I did see from the game and the stats of the game is that Texas absolutely dominated this game. Vanderbilt had a backdoor cover. Texas, I eat my words, they are the better team. They absolutely were the better team than Vanderbilt. But Vanderbilt still managed to push the game. The spread was -3. right before the game started. That's why Steve is so upset, because he took Texas +3, or -3, sorry.
I wish it was +3.
Yeah, no, -3. I apologize. But
that never happens for me, you know. Like, if I was on Vanderbilt, that game would have been 56-10. Like, it just...
So, Texas is the better team. Texas is better than Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just an unfortunate turn of events towards the end of the game.
Yep. Texas, I mean, they're going into the bye week. They're going to come out and they travel to Athens right out of the bye. And then I think they play, let me look. I know last week they played Texas A&M, and then the other game's Arkansas, so that...
Georgia out of the bye.
Yeah, Georgia out of the bye, and then they play Arkansas and A&M, and I would say they have to win out, but what we saw around the league, there might be a 3-loss SEC team that makes it. I mean, their losses are Ohio State by 7, which is the number 1 team in the country. They did lose to Florida by 8, but it was on the road, and you might be able to give... Like, if they lose a close game to A&M or Georgia, I mean, they're going to be... If there's a 3-loss team that's going to make it, they're going to be one of them. But if they win out, I think they'll easily be in. And, I mean... And before the fourth quarter, they get up 21 points. Dude, why does this always happen to me? Like the Giants, and then now, oh my goodness, this is bad. But, yeah, Arch had 328 yards, 3 touchdowns. He looked really good. I mean, they couldn't run the ball like crazy. But, yeah, Diego Pavia, I mean, he had a good stat line, 365, 3 touchdowns, but he was in a throw-happy situation, and he played all right. I mean, it wasn't his fault. I just think their defense just got... Yeah. They got showed that Texas is just... They got better players, I think, and it showed. But season's not over for Vanderbilt either. I'm pretty sure... I'll look real quick. I know last week they played Tennessee, who... Tennessee is now... I mean, they're pretty much dead. Like, I don't see them doing anything.
And Auburn next week.
Auburn, who just fired their coach. Yeah, and then they play Kentucky, I think, after a bye. And then they play Tennessee. So they could win out and they could still be there and make the playoff. But, yeah, we'll move on. And we'll move on to the rivalry game in Jacksonville. Georgia, 24, Florida, 20. Throughout the game, Florida was playing they did cover the spread. Shout out Gunnar Stockton for taking the knee on the 1-yard line.
Just great heads-up, smart play.
Yeah, smart football player, I tell you what. Smart football player. I mean, it really is. Like it is.
That's how you win a game.
You're supposed to do that.
You don't want to give them any chance, and that's what Gunnar did. He took a knee on the 1-yard line, didn't give them a chance to get back to the game. So,
but yeah, what did Kirby Smart call them the cardiac kids after the game? They just hang on. Like they squeaked it out in the end. They didn't really play overall great. They made the plays when they needed to. I kind of thought Florida, like their defense just looked really good for most of the game, and DJ didn't do anything great. DJ Lagway didn't do anything great, nothing bad. Jaden Ball, he's a beast. He runs hard for Florida, but the loss goes on the interim coach, I thought. I didn't understand going for it right there. You had three timeouts, 4th and 7 on like your 28-yard line, your own 28-yard line, and you go for it. I was shocked. I mean, They only had 24 points. It's not like they ran the ball all over you. I didn't get that. I mean, he's got nothing to lose. He knows it's not his job. But did you think it was a catch, the drive before that drive? That was really close.
It was super close. It's hard to tell.
If they call it a catch in the field, I don't think they overturn it.
Right.
But, yeah.
I thought it was a catch.
I did think it was a catch.
I'm biased.
It seemed like he got his hand under the ball.
It seemed like it was right here.
I didn't see any bouncing, but the fact that they called it incomplete on the field makes it.
I mean, they still would have had to score. I mean, it was on but that would have been.
Oh, it would have been a huge plus. It would have led to them scoring. So it's an unfortunate call. But as we watch football, the refs do impact the game quite a bit.
Yes.
And every week we see this, so it's nothing new to us. They called it not a catch. They ruled it not a catch after review. Wasn't a catch, I guess. I don't know. You can...
Yeah. So Florida fighting to get a bowl game. I don't know if they will. I mean, they don't ever really get blown out, though. Like, they just, Kirby Smart after the game freaking defended Billy Napier and calling out the boosters. He was like, yeah. He said, I do think Billy Napier had a good roster, but it wasn't working with him. But on Georgia's side, I mean, they play Mississippi State next week, and then they play Texas, like we said, and then it's Charlotte and Georgia Tech. As long as they don't blow up and lose 2 games, they're in
waltz into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, even if they
Deion Sanders into the end zone, stepping into the playoffs.
We'll talk. I think Texas is going to beat them.
Yeah, but there's so many.
Yeah, they still would make it.
That's what I'm saying. Is like Mississippi State's not beating them. Charlotte's not beating them.
Georgia Tech lost this week, but they always play them close.
They play them close. They're not beating them.
I just don't. Georgia's defense is not crazy good. Like, I mean, they played better this week, but I mean, I don't really think Florida's offense is all that great. But we'll move on. Probably the most meaningful game of all weekend was Oklahoma, Tennessee. Oklahoma 33, Tennessee 27. I told Eric to let me bet Oklahoma. I don't know why he didn't let me do it.
He was trying to before the game, but as you guys saw last video, he said, if you see me tweet out before the game, tell me no, do not let me bet on Oklahoma.
Well, I did have the over, so at least they still won my bet.
There you go.
Yeah, Oklahoma 33, Tennessee 27. It's not like Mateer played great, but the defense made some turnovers. Aguilar had 2 picks. Even Oklahoma tried to give the game away. They had a fumble. Aguilar also had a fumble, though. So they won the turnover battle, which I think was a big difference. They made big plays when they wanted to, and they ran the ball all over them. Robinson, the running back, 115. Mateer ran for 80 yards. But, yeah, Oklahoma is playing with fire. I mean, now they go to Bama next week, which I think the spread opened up at 10.5. Then they play Missouri, but no Purdue, even though I think his name's Matt Zollers. Their quarterback looked good when he came in. And then they get LSU the last week. But like we were talking about, now a 3-loss team could do it. Like if they can go play a close game to Bama, win out, they're going to be alive. So,
yeah.
And I guess Tennessee, you can say it. They don't play anybody till Vanderbilt, I'm pretty sure. But I'll double check their schedule. But Tennessee kind of, I mean, they go to Florida, which is not an easy win. But yeah, I mean, they got to hope for some chaos. A lot of teams to lose, but they're definitely not in it anymore for the SEC championship. And yeah, I don't think they played a terrible game. Their defense is just not good. Like they can't.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that Oklahoma limited those big plays that they've been so good at all year. They were winning games off these big chunk, deep downfield plays, and Oklahoma's defense really stepped up in this spot. And as they've been all year, they've been pretty good. Yeah. They had a little downslope the last couple weeks, but they got it together this week, and it was a huge win for Oklahoma. If you go play Alabama close, and then you have to play Missouri and then LSU.
Yeah.
They
both at home.
Yeah, they have every chance to win both those games, and if somehow they beat Bama, they're absolutely.
Oh, they beat Bama. They're gonna.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think they will, but they have a chance with their defense.
10.5 points is a lot of that's a lot of points though. That shocks me that it's that big. Like if you ask me right now, I'd bet on Bama just because that line opened up.
Yeah.
But not that I don't believe in Oklahoma. Like I do, but I don't. Like Mateer's got to be better throwing the ball. I feel like nobody. The longest pass play they had was 25. But yeah, I mean Oklahoma's defense. I gave a couple big pass plays, but they just shut down the run. There wasn't a run over 16 yards, so that was. I think where they won the game. And so that was really the 3 biggest games I thought in the thing. But we'll jump into the ACC. What happened? Yeah, my hot take fell to shit. I mean, everybody but Virginia lost. I mean, we'll start with Miami. Carson Beck, what are you doing? I mean, that was one of the worst throws I've ever seen. Mario Cristoforo, fraud. I mean, he's got to be on the hot seat. He does this. He's a good recruiter, but every year. They had Cam Ward last year, and he couldn't make the playoffs. Like, they're just bad. That was terrible loss. And if Georgia Tech lost, they were backing it to win the ACC, and they could have been a top 4 seed maybe because of that win over Notre Dame. But not that their season's over, because if they won out, there's going to be that drama of Notre Dame's 10-2, and they're 10-2. Who gets in? Miami's looked worse, but they beat them straight up, so... Yeah, and then NC State at home beats Georgia Tech. I mean, we didn't have that game on, so we weren't too tuned into it. But, yeah, stick like Georgia Tech going into that, and I think a lot of people did. And NC State is a tough place to play at home, but 48 points they scored. Georgia Tech's defense has been one of the bright spots of them. But, yeah, Haynes King had a good game. He had 103 rushing yards and 408 passing yards, and they lost.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's responsible for over 500 yards of offense.
He had 500 yards of offense by himself, and he lost the game. He can't be feeling too bad about how he played.
No, I mean, honestly, you look at that, like...
He had 1 pick. He didn't even fumble. Yeah. But C.J. Bailey, that quarterback...
He ran the ball 20 times?
He always does. Wait till they play Georgia. He'll run it 30 times. They don't even hand it off. They do have some good running backs usually, too, but they use two, Jamal Haynes and Hosley. They didn't do anything. So Haynes King was all Georgia Tech had. That was a bad loss, but Virginia survives. I mean, Virginia is now the favorite to win it, I think. I don't think they played... Like, that might have been their hardest game, was traveling to Cal, just because of the travel and stuff. I think in the new rankings, they're like number 10 or something, 10 or 12. Even though they don't matter anymore because Tuesday is the first college football playoff release. So we'll probably react to that when it comes out on Wednesday. I mean, when we film on Wednesday. But, yeah, in the ACC, total chaos now. Conference, they're a one-team playoff, I think, now, unless Miami somehow gets in that situation we talked about. Yeah, I think, 5 teams with 1 loss in the conference besides Virginia is the only undefeated in the conference. Like Duke now, because they only have 1 loss, so they're alive. SMU's only got 1 loss, and they're alive. So that conference is wide open in the air. If Virginia could drop one, everybody would be alive. Let's take a look who Virginia plays before we move on.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami does have a decently easy schedule the rest of the year. Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, Pitt. But I mean, NC State we just saw.
Is it in NC State?
It is home for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps them. But
Virginia travels to Duke. That might be a loss.
Yeah.
Miami finishes the season at Pitt. I think that could be a tough game.
Yeah, that's a tough game.
Pitt's a solid team.
Yeah, and Virginia does play Virginia Tech too, who that's always a rivalry game. Wake Forest has not been bad. That's who they played this week, but they're at home. So yeah, Virginia controls their destiny. I mean, they're the front runners to make the playoffs out of that conference now, but there's a ton of teams alive. But some quick things from the week. Ohio State rolls, covers against Penn State. Good cover they had, but it came down to the last play. Penn State threw a pick when they would have covered. Caleb Downs intercepted it. West Virginia upsets number 22 Houston on the road. Houston, I think their season's over now because Texas Tech absolutely blew the doors off of Kansas State. They look back. North Texas defeats undefeated Navy, so North Texas is one of those teams in the group of 5 still alive. Memphis is probably still the favorite. Nebraska loses to USC at home. The game was kind of boring. We had it on the laptop. Raiola also is out for the year.
Yeah,
he broke his fibula, I think.
His Pat Mahomes wannabe ass.
Yeah. Matt Rule.
Prayers up, but still.
We also didn't talk about Matt Rule signing an extension, so he's not going anywhere. Yeah, everybody thought. It was only 2 years, but that pretty much solidifies he's going to stay. And then the night game, like I said, Utah smashed Cincinnati. Like I said, I went to bed. You guys left when we were hanging out. I watched it for 30 minutes. I was like, yep, this game's over. It was I don't even know what the final score was. It
45-10.
Absolutely killed them. That was a wake up, a nice hit that I had because I had bet on Utah. And Boise State lost to Fresno State, which opens up the G5 spot tremendously. Memphis definitely controls their destiny. I think they're going to be the one. I think when we watch on Tuesday, they'll be the team that is the 12 seed. And but they have a tough game. They play Tulane on Friday, which will be a big game for the group of 5 spot. And then Hugh Freeze got fired from Auburn today, they announced. And the coaching cycle is going to be absolutely crazy. Yeah, Jackson Arnold's terrible.
10-3. It was
10. Auburn's defense is so good. A lot of NFL guys on that team when you look at it. So, when we watched the draft, there might be 2 guys in the first round from Auburn. I was
not putting more than 3 points on Kentucky.
They don't score at all.
But it's on Kentucky.
I tell you what, it helps Venables look better because Venables, maybe just wrong guy he picked last year at Oklahoma. That guy stinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hugh Freeze out. College football, what a whirlwind. Texas pushes. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they did that. That was crazy. I still don't think Diego Pavia is very good. I will be taking them to lose to Tennessee. They're going to lose all the games. They're dead.
It's very possible. I mean, I think Pavia is a cool college quarterback. I never thought he would be
Johnny Manziel Jr.
Right, but worse. And I think he's just fun to watch, so that's why I like them. I like what he does with his legs, and I like their story a little bit this year. Vanderbilt, nobody expected them to be as good as they are. But yeah, they lose that game to Texas. even though it was by 3, it was by more.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't by more, because your coach...
It's tough if you bet on it, but like if you watched the game, you knew Texas was the better team.
Yeah, I mean, I checked out of it for a little bit. Like I was watching another game more. I was watching West Virginia, Houston. I had West Virginia plus the points, but I was curious to see if they were going to lose. I even like switched the sound. Like I wasn't even listening to Vanderbilt game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good weekend of college football. I mean, a lot of chaos. I mean, the ACC has blown up. Big 12 is blowing themselves up. You're going to see SEC teams, like, there's going to be the debate, like, a two-loss Big 10 team or 9-3 SEC. It's going to be a huge drama. I'm sure we'll see what they think about that this week. But, yeah, we'll move on. That was college football recap. But we'll jump into NFL Week 9. We'll take it all the way back to Thursday night. We actually all watched this game together. It was the Ravens 28, Dolphins 6. Lamar definitely looks like he is back. What did you think about that game, Eric?
Yeah, it was just an utter, absolute butt-fucking.
Yeah.
Lamar, 204 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. It's just... nobody expected the Dolphins to compete with Lamar, because everybody knew when the Ravens get Lamar back that they are going to be good. But man, did the Dolphins look bad.
Oh, Tua looked terrible.
Tua looked awful. And then they part ways with their GM, and they're saying for the foreseeable future that McDaniels is the head coach. That could easily change.
I thought they only said to the end of the year.
Right. That they said foreseeable future. So that could change in the offseason. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. It's just, you see Mike McDaniels on the sideline, and he's so frustrated with Tua. I feel like they're putting a lot of the blame on Tua rather than him. I feel like that Tua's carrying a lot of the weight, which could be rightfully so. Tua has not been played well at all. But I feel like McDaniels should be a little bit more under fire than he is.
Yeah. Do you get Tua to sign that contract though? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, but he just is not playing.
Oh, trust me, I get it.
He's not playing well. Like I can see Tua's tenure with the Miami Dolphins coming to an end. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's about time.
They had those few good seasons, got dominated in the playoffs when they had to travel to Kansas City. If they play in the cold, especially, they're just terrible. Miami's just Miami, and it's just. Everybody thought the Tua-Tyreek connection. Tyreek's been hurt all year. Maybe that hurts them a little bit. Their defense is literally the worst in the NFL. Oh. It's so bad. You can run the ball all over them. So Dolphins need a lot to rebuild, and you got to start from inside and blow everything up. And I think Tua is a part of that. Yeah,
I mean, I agree with that. The Dolphins are deader than dead. I mean, they're just bad. Tua looks bad. They're in the same spot kind of when I was with Daniel Jones. Everybody wanted to move on, but you paid him that money, so you just got to cut him and eat it. You just got to cut him. But the problem is that I see that Tua could be back next year, that they don't feel... One, there's rumors... Archer said he's going to stay, so they're like, hey, you wait 1 year, we suck again, and could get him. And it's just not a hot quarterback market now. All the guys that everybody thought were going to be there kind of stink. Nussmeier was terrible this year. Klubnik played good yesterday, but they still lost. Yeah. So that's going to be curious.
How funny would that be, though? Quinn Ewers and Arch back in the same quarterback room?
Yeah.
Because that would be it if they ended up getting Arch. But that's a complete hypothetical, but that would be funny.
But yeah, Ravens, I know that the Steelers won today, so that kind of hurts, but they still have to play them twice, and if they get in, nobody wants to play them when they're fully healthy.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So that was the question. It's like, do you think that the gap, because the Steelers did win today, the gap between the Ravens and Steelers too big? Or?
I don't, because I don't know if the Ravens lose again. Like they have to play their division so much, and I think they're better than every team.
I do too. I think they're the best team in that division. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When healthy, they're the top 3 team in the AFC. I think so. It wouldn't shock me that they make some noise. They just got to get there. They can't lose. Like. Maybe can drop. They can still make the wild card.
Yeah.
But they would definitely prefer to be at home at least the first week. But all right, we'll move on to today. We'll start with me. 49ers 34, Giants 24. I convinced myself the Giants were going to win because Eric told me, and I talked to my dad way too much. Oh yeah, Giants 49ers, they're hurt, and I bet on them. And, we always come out firing. This is the problem I have with the Giants. So, we score on the first drive every week, and we're like, we might be good. And then the next quarter, like it's like Mike Kafka and Dayball don't sit down and be like, man, what should we run after we score the first touchdown? Because they have no clue. It's like, why? It's so bad. And our defense is, and our secondary is beat up right now. So we had to watch Deontay Banks, and Brian Robinson absolutely ran through Deontay Banks. He should be cut. What? That was the softest tackle. But yeah, Mac Jones started the game like 12 for 12. Just like, it was like watching, we were like Pee Wee football, it looked for them. He was just sitting there. And then we get, Brian Burns is awesome. And we get that thing where it was an alley-oop he gets to Abdul Carter, and we missed the field goal.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I knew we were dead.
And it was Graham Gano, too, so,
Graham Gano is also old. Brian Daboll doesn't care about a kicker. He could care less. We have, when Gano's hurt, because he's always hurt, we just signed some random guy who stinks. And we have we had Koo, I thought. Like, where is Koo? I'd rather have Koo than Graham Gano at this point. I liked Graham Gano. He's just old now. Let's get rid of him.
He is getting old.
Yeah,
I feel like you can't talk about this game without talking about how well Mac Jones has filled in for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was on the edge of playing this game. He ended up not. They expect him back week 10. We'll see how that goes. I'm curious to see.
It's always tough now because that you lose one game, everybody's going to be calling for Mac Jones to go back in.
Yeah,
everybody's going to be.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, leading receiver.
Carries, 106 yards.
And he had the most receiving yards on the team.
2 touchdowns. The Niners just kind of handled business today. They walked into New York and they did their thing. Mac Jones, he played good. The Giants, Jackson Dart had a decent day, a little garbage time touchdown there.
It wasn't. Sometimes he tries to stay in the pocket too long, as I thought. That one play, he somehow held on to the ball before halftime. He did that little dance around, but then the guy came behind him and absolutely fucked him up. He's got to learn how to get down, though. He's running the ball like crazy. Mm-hmm. He's lowering shoulders. Someone's got to go talk to him that we're 2-7. Somebody go tell him we're not going to win anything. They just slide. Just slide. I don't mind if it's third down and we're going to try to win the game, but we're down 3 touchdowns and he's lowering his shoulder into people. And that is that's what I wrote down. He's got to learn how to get down. But I think we're in a good spot with him. Coaching staff is just up in the air. I know coaches, their first drive is they take a lot of pride in and get those plays right. But it's every week we score first and then we just look bad. I think that's Torrey Horan. Let's go. He's about to go for 100 yards, I think. Did you ever see his offensive coordinator compared him to Justin Jefferson one time? Yeah.
It's quite the comparison.
Yeah, but we'll get to that at the end. But Giants. I want to win every week. I don't care about a draft pick. We got our quarterback, but 49ers, they're in it for their division. Yeah. If they can, I don't know if it was a credit that just the Giants are just not good and we couldn't run the ball at all, and that's where I thought I know Scadabo's out, but. Yeah, bad. The Giants are just bad. But, we're probably going to win some weird games, I bet. That's
probably, yes.
So we do have a pretty good quarterback, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, that's what matters, I guess. For, future references, you can kind of feel good about the guy you have throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Not much to really take away from this game. Obviously it's not this season for the Giants, but...
No, and, at one point I thought it was.
Right, which is fair.
Pain. But we'll move on to your Patriots. They squeak one out, 24-23. I'll let you take this away because I didn't watch too much of it because I was locked in to watch the Giants get their ass beat. So,
yeah, ugly win. They managed to win by a single point. Shout out Parker Romo. He was a kicker on the New England Patriots in the preseason.
Was he?
Made a name for himself with us in the preseason. It was him and Andres Borregales going back and forth. Falcons cut Younghoe Koo. Ended up signing Parker Romo. They scored a touchdown. Drake London went absolutely insane, had a one-handed touchdown catch, and he missed the extra point. His last farewell to the Patriots was giving us that game. Yeah. Thank you, Parker Romo. I owe you a lot. Drake May looked phenomenal in the first quarter and then half of the second quarter. End of the second quarter, we were trying to drive and get a field goal. Had an ugly fumble. They got the ball on the 5-yard line, scored a touchdown. And then all the momentum shifted from there. Mm-hmm. We didn't do anything on offense from there. Josh McDaniels had some very questionable calls. We're throwing screen passes to Travion Henderson on 3rd and 15. Don't love that. Yeah, Drake London torched us.
Yeah, he did.
Gonzo got hurt after he got mossed by Drake London. I still think Gonzo had a good game, but he did end up getting hurt, which has been a kind of a trend in his career. He can't stay healthy. So I'm happy we got the win because now we're 7-2, but it was an ugly win. May had a bad pick too in the second half, but yeah, hopefully we just kind of learn from our mistakes. Falcons do have a good passing defense. Drake May is getting pressured. One thing I have with him is that when he gets pressured, he kind of panics a little bit.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of sacks instead of getting rid of the ball.
6 sacks they had today.
So he had 5 sacks, maybe more, but Garrett had 5 sacks on him last week, 6 sacks to get today. So I want to see him be better when he has pressure, not panic as much. But he's young, he's 23 years old. Happy we got the win, 7-2. We're tied for first in the AFC. It was an ugly win, though.
Yeah, I mean, you got there with a win, and it was ugly, but definitely O-line. I mean, Falcons' defense is pretty good. Like, Jalen Walker has shown that he was good. He had 2 sacks. You guys jumped out to an early lead, and I kind of tuned out, and then I realized that it was a close game. But, yeah, Drake London, 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. They definitely looked like a better team with Penix and London. It was never Kirk Cousins. It was never.
The problem was that 2 of his touchdowns, we had Marcus Jones manned up on him. I don't know if you're familiar with Marcus Jones. He is a 5'10", maybe 180-pound cornerback who's very good. He's good in coverage. But Drake London is like 6'3", 6'2", and you just throw. And Penix took advantage of that. He threw the ball up, and London made great plays on the ball. So I have questionable defensive calls there.
Yeah.
I'm happy we won. We
got the win. If you guys already had your bye, or
no, our bye is week like 14, 13.
Yeah, so you guys play the Bucs next week. You go to Tampa. Yeah, and then it lightens up pretty good for 3 weeks. You get the Jets, you get the Bengals, and then you get the Giants. So at worst, I feel like you could be like, at worst, you're 9-4. Yeah. At worst, right? And then that Bills is a big. I'm rooting for you guys to win the division. So I really, that would be nice.
I think we build off this game. I think it was a rough game for Drake Mays looked great all season. He had to have a come down to earth game a little bit. Today was that day. You could see he was visibly frustrated on the sideline with the way he was playing. Just the 2 turnovers really killed us, and but we still managed to win. Shout out Parker Romo again.
Shout out Parker Romo. All right, we'll move on. We'll go to the Chargers and Titans. And Chargers, I mean, they get the win, 27-20. Joe Alt goes down. Our dear friend Jonathan Beagle was not happy, but they get the win overall. Not in good fashion.
So bad.
Eric's got some thoughts, I think, on the Chargers he's not very happy about, and I'll let him take it away.
I can't stand Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Justin Herbert is a very, very good quarterback, but in the NFL, you cannot win games without running the ball.
Yeah.
And he refuses to run the ball on first and second down. They get on the goal line, and it's 2 yards from scoring, first and goal, and they put the ball in Justin Herbert's hands and expect him to make some crazy play, rolling out from across his body. He has to run the ball for 50 yards every single game, and he's not a running back. Give him a little bit of leeway and run the ball and set up a decent running game. And it's so surprising because John Harbaugh, his entire career with the Niners, with Michigan, has leaned on the running game, and they just refuse to run the ball. Greg Roman is ridiculous. He needs to be stopped. It's insane that I don't care who's in the backfield. Yeah. I don't care if Joe Alt's hurt. I understand Joe Alt matters a lot.
Well, it's the Titans too. That was like
that's yes. And
the ran the ball all
that this
over
was
the
27-20 is crazy. And the reason why it was 27-20 is because there was a punt return touchdown and Justin Herbert threw a bad pick 6 against the Titans defense, which is insane. The Titans have 1 win against the Arizona Cardinals this year, and I think this was the closest game they played all year against the Chargers, who started off the year was one of the best teams in the NFL, we thought.
Yeah.
It's clear that their offensive play calling is so different from last year, and Greg Roman was there last year. They would pound the rock with J.K. Dobbins nonstop, but this year they just give all to Herbert. And listen, Herbert's good. He's good, but you need to be able to run the ball in the NFL. I'm so sick of teams thinking that it's just all Pat. You're not Pat Mahomes. You're not the Chiefs. I understand they can get away with a little bit. They are not that team. They just aren't. They're losing games because of this.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick and tired of watching it.
Yeah, I mean, without Joe Alt, I'm definitely not scared of the Chargers. If I was in the AFC, I wouldn't care. I mean, I think they're making the playoffs just because when they already had 6 wins, and like they play the Jags next week and then the Raiders, and I feel like they're better than both those teams, and then they get the Texans. So that would be 10 that would be 9 right there, and they would win 1 more. But Yeah, I mean, not much to take away from this game. I only had it on Red Zone, and I have like 7 screens on, and I could care less what was going on in the Chargers-Titans. But, yeah, rest in peace, Joe Alt and Jonathan. I'm sorry, man.
It's tough. It's tough, Beaks. It's tough. You're missing your left tackle and your right tackle.
Yeah.
You're 2 studs of linemen. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say other than run the ball a little bit more.
But I'll go to a worse fan base, I think you would rather not be right now, would be the Bengals. Yeah. Bears 42, Bears 47, Bengals 42. When that onside kick happened, I had the Bears minus 2.5. I was in shambles. I was like, really? This happened again? And Joe Flacco, 470, 4 touchdowns. They go down there, get it done, and then just... Let's go! We're so behind on this TV, but Torrey Horton scored a touchdown.
That's the game.
I do have a $3 same game parlay with he's in with the Seahawks money line and 30 yards, so that's alive. But yeah, he's the next Justin Jefferson, like I said.
Yeah, basically.
But all right, back to the Bears and Bengals. Yeah, I mean, Bears get it done. Shout out Manungai.
Yeah, help him.
Manungai. He didn't even get a touchdown, though. That was some bullshit.
176 total yards.
176 rush. Bengals defense is bad.
Awful.
Really bad.
I mean, like you said earlier that the Dolphins defense is the worst in the NFL. I think it has to be the Bengals.
That's close.
80 points they have put up on offense the past 2 weeks, and they are 0-2. Through those 2 weeks, I don't know. I couldn't imagine having such a high-powered offense and just your defense can't do anything to help them.
Yeah, it's just they're afraid to tackle. I think.
Yeah, I think they said it on the recap on the TV. It was 15 missed tackles the whole game, something like that. Yeah, I mean, shout out Colson Loveland. That was awesome for finally a good beat. I mean, Jesus, I was gonna be swimming in pit. I would have been way worse than right. I'm pretty down bad because of the Giants, but I would have been swimming in piss right now if that happened. I mean, the onside kick. What are you doing? It's the same thing as the kick. What, get out of the way! What are you doing? But they still get it done, and the Bears play the Giants next week, so they're probably going to win again.
No, it's going to be a good game. I'm so sick
You said this about...
I don't care.
Giants money line, sorry.
Have you watched Caleb Williams play football? I am so sick of this.
Did you just watch the Giants? We can't stop anybody.
I don't care. I understand Caleb Williams had a great day today.
You wish you started him in fantasy. He's sitting on your bench.
I can't stress enough how bad he looked with those stats. I know, actually, every single play is him rolling out, turning left, turning right, turning left, turning right, then throwing it in the fucking dirt. They got it done on the ground today. That's why they won this game. Not because of Caleb Williams. He had 3 touchdowns. Whatever. They have a lot to figure out. They have a lot to figure out.
They had 4 total touchdowns. He ran for 1 too.
Oh, yeah, so.
All right, well, okay. You're not believing the Bears, but listen to their schedule. Okay, they play the Giants next week. They're going to win. They're at home.
I don't know.
Okay.
Likely.
They're likely going to win. They'll be 6-3. Then they travel to Minnesota, who look good. They probably will lose that game. 6-4. Then the Steelers travel to...
That's a loss.
I don't think
Aaron Rodgers owns the fucking Bears.
That's true.
Always has.
And then they
go to the Eagles. That's a fucking loss. Are you kidding me? They're fucking dead. They're going to lose to the Browns. They're going to lose to the Browns. Then they play the Packers. Then they play the Niners. Then they play the Lions. They literally might not win a game the rest of the season. No, they literally might not win a game the rest of the season.
I think they're going to be...
Caleb Williams is not good. I'm so sick of believing this guy. I wish he was good. Trust me. But he looks so weird.
Yeah.
He looks just so odd when he's throwing the ball.
Not bad, though. I can see them being there. 9 wins if that gets in. They might win 9 games.
Go ahead and get in.
I mean, their defense has got... I mean, he also gave up 42
sucks.
points. Yeah.
But, I'm so sick of the Bears.
Yeah, sick of the Bears. Well, we're walking into a steamroll here. We're going to go to it. Colts 20, Steelers 27. Daniel Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
He threw for 342 yards.
I don't care what he threw for. How many turnovers did he have?
I think 5.
He had 3 picks, 2 fumbles. Yeah, still can't sense pressure.
He fumbled the ball 3 times, but only 2 times he lost it.
There you go. He recovered 1, or somebody did. Daniel Jones is still the same Daniel Jones. Cannot sense pressure for the life of him. That offensive line has been very good all year.
Yeah.
And that's why they've had success. But you get a little bit of pressure on Daniel Jones, you make him look like he shouldn't be in the NFL, and that's exactly what happened.
So was the Steelers D-line back? Are they back?
Yeah, that is the question.
Because if they're back, then you gotta be scared as the Ravens. Can you catch them? If their defense can figure it out, this is one of the better offenses the Steelers have had in a while.
And they held JT to a relatively modest day too. So
yeah, 45 yards for him is terrible.
Yeah, after the season, he was obviously leading for Offensive Player of the Year.
I think he still is.
No, he probably is.
Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. He needs to play really.
Well,
good.
Yeah, but OP Offensive Player of the Year was definitely.
Oh, here it is, right here. We're so behind. That's Jay Jettis.
It is crazy how far behind it.
Yeah, it's because it keeps lagging out here. But we keep getting distracted by our fantasy matchup. But yeah, Colts. I mean, they're still 7-2 though.
Yeah, I said they'll make the playoffs.
I'm not totally out on them. I mean, it was a bad game. Like you said, the Patriots had a bad game. It was a bad game.
5 turnovers is atrocious.
5 turnovers is not good.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so you're in Pittsburgh. Tomlin just lost. That wasn't a great spot.
They threw the ball 50 times.
They had to, though. They were down 27. They had to at the same time. It wasn't all. I mean, you could blame it all on Daniel Jones, but they had to throw the ball. They couldn't. You're right. They want to run the ball. The worry
they're
not
going to win if they can't.
The worry now is if they get down like this, they're not capable of coming back.
The Colts have zero chance. When I say this, they have zero chance of going to the Super Bowl. They have.
Whoa! You said AFC Conference, the NFC Championship. That's
Even
what.
Still, because guess what? They run into the Steelers again. I think the Steelers win. Then you have the Pats, and you have the Chiefs, and you have the Bills, and you have the Ravens.
Yeah.
They're not better than any of them.
I mean, hopefully they're at home. That's your thing too. It is in a dome, and hopefully they're better. I mean, yeah, Steelers look. We can't take it away from the Steelers. Look pretty good though. It was their defense, I thought, that stood up like crazy. We're talking about all these turnovers and stuff. Because I mean, Raj had 203 yards. Jalen Warren only had 31 yards, but 2 touchdowns. 2 of them.
Yeah, he had 2.
He had 2. Mm-hmm. Jalen Warren's on my fantasy team, but yeah, Colts. Eric looks like a genius now after that game. Daniel Jones. Is that his true colors, you think?
Yes.
You think those are his true colors?
This is exactly what he did in New York. He never had an offensive line in New York. And that was his one thing, is that he cannot sense when somebody is closing in on him from the edge, and then they just strip sack him nonstop.
Yeah.
Or when he's pressure and he throws the ball into a terrible situation and it's picked. It's just Daniel Jones turns the ball over, and yeah, I don't think that guy can go and make any noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm taking it more to the Colts at a bad game. They're one of the better teams in the NFL. I mean, 7-2, you can't take that away from them. But all right, we'll move on. Broncos 18, Texans 15. Man, I was on the Texans again, and C.J. Stroud got hurt in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and I honestly thought we were gonna be fine. Davis Mills kept getting the ball in the red zone. Kicking field goals. You want to talk about cardiac kids? Talk about the Denver Broncos. Man, they don't even need to play football until the fourth quarter, apparently. Yeah. I mean, the Texans' defense is so good.
It's so good.
But
the Texans refuse to score touchdowns.
I
understand Davis Mills came in and C.J. Stroud left early with a concussion, but there was still times when Davis Mills was in there when they were in the red zone, and they
moved the ball, field goal.
Just 5 field goals. They didn't score a single touchdown. And Bo Nix beat them with his legs at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Broncos making a gap now with the Chiefs losing today too. I mean, that division, I'm a little nervous about that bet now because Broncos just keep winning. They're not even, their leading receiver today was R.J. Harvey.
Wow.
Yeah, they're ramping him up. I'll tell you what.
Not running the ball, though.
No,
it's a receiving back, game, though. Yeah.
So, they're ramping him up, and he's become a reliable option for Bo Nix, especially because their receivers like to get boxed. Cortland Sutton had 1 reception for 30 yards and a touchdown today.
Yeah.
And Cortland Sutton has been a reliable receiver for the last 3 years. But Broncos have been weird. Houston's been very weird. Losing Stroud killed them, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it was not only concussions are bad, but hopefully he gets to come back sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Because they already had their bye week, so they're going to keep playing. Because today was a big game for them. They would have got to 500, and Colts lost, so they only been 3 games back. They would have been, but yeah, man, I hate the Broncos. Just, I mean, how do they keep doing this?
Just keep sneaking out wins. Sean Payton's a good coach. Bo Nix is a fine quarterback.
God, he had some terrible throws. I watched the whole fourth quarter, and the Texans kept punting away, chance, and he was missing wide open people, and he threw a pick right into Stingley's hands, and he dropped it. But yeah, Broncos get it done again. 18-15. What is the Broncos schedule like? Let me look. I mean, they're in that division, so that can't be easy. So next week they play the Raiders. They play Raiders on Thursday night. And then they play the Chiefs, which hopefully they lose. Commanders, Raiders again.
Packers.
They might be like 13 wins. I don't even know if the Chiefs are going to catch them.
They have to play the Chiefs twice. They have to play the Chargers again. They have to play the Packers. Other than that...
They do have to play the Commanders again. Why? That game's on primetime too? I'm sick of the Commanders.
Yeah, we'll get to primetime games later.
They'll start flexing. We'll start flexing them hopefully soon. But yeah, Broncos get it done. We'll keep moving along. And I think the shocker of the week had to be the Vikings 27, Lions 24. I mean, J.J. McCarthy didn't even play that good. It wasn't that he was a world beater, but the defense for them stood up. Blake Cashman, their linebacker, 14 tackles. But yeah, Aaron Jones got back in there. They were splitting a lot of carries.
He got hurt. So.
Aaron Jones did?
Yep.
Really? I didn't realize
left with a shoulder injury.
Nice. That's good for me. I have Jordan Mason.
I don't know how serious it is, but it's clear that the Vikings defense...
I don't want him hurt, but good for my team.
It's clear that the Vikings defense swallowed the Lions today. I know it was a 3-point game, but if you watch the game... Yeah,
they beat them. And you look at the stats, it doesn't seem like they beat them. I mean, I wasn't too locked in until the end. I mean, each team had 5 sacks. I mean, yeah, even JJ threw a pick. I don't really get how the Lions lost.
I will say this again. Same thing I have with the Chargers. You have David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Why are you running the ball 20 times?
Yeah, they only ran the ball.
You should be running the ball.
They were down points, though. They were down by like 10, so they had to throw it a lot.
But they were down because they kept putting the ball in Jared Goff's hands, and he kept getting sacked. It was an ugly performance for the Lions. It's just... You have all these great skill position players, and you got to use them. You got to get them in space. And the Minnesota Vikings defense are very, very good. Brian Flores is a very, very good defensive play caller.
Yeah, he definitely turned it around after last week.
But I feel like that the Lions lost this game themselves. I really think they could have won this game if they played it right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like it looks like JJ's going to be their guy moving forward. I mean, you can't take him out now. He just won again. He just won that.
Yeah, which I was kind of shitting on JJ last week, but I understand the stats weren't there, but he played a very fun game.
He played like he did at Michigan. Not crazy stats, but he won the game, and he did throw a pick, which was unlike him at Michigan. But yeah, I mean, they don't have a crazy easy schedule. They play the Ravens next week. That's going to be a good game. But yeah, Vikings are going to be. I think they're going to be around the fringe in the hunt. I think they could definitely squeak in with that defense. But yeah, shocking game there. Another shocking game. Panthers 16, Packers 13. Bryce Young didn't do anything. I mean, Jordan Love had a terrible interception that basically handed them the game. And Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, why'd you pay him?
Yeah, if you're still rolling out Chuba after what Rico has done the last 4 weeks, you're insane. Rico has been so good. He had a great season with Dallas last year. It was a little underwhelming, but he goes to Carolina, and he's been having these freak games. The Packers look ugly. Their offense is so weird. So stagnant. Jordan Love is just... I mean, I don't know. If you're a Packers fan, do you really trust Jordan Love to get you over that hump? I don't know. It's tough for me to believe.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they lost Tucker Kraft, which... Did you write that? Like, I don't know what it was like. Was it...
Matt LaFleur said it's pretty bad. It's a bad knee injury.
He had to be their leading receiver going into today. He probably still is. But so that's a big loss for Jordan Love, too. And yeah, I mean, Panthers are 5-4. I mean, they're going to be in the hunt. I feel like their secondary is pretty good. They gave up a ton of points last week to the Bills, but it was James Cook ran for like 250 yards. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if Bryce Young is the guy, but if you're going to be able to run the ball and play defense, you're going to be in games. So Dave Canales has done a good job building that squad with the GM. I don't know who the GM is, but yeah, Rico Dowdle, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. How many carries did Chuba even get? 5. So yeah, so I think
it's clearly Rico.
Yeah.
From here on out. I just feel like the Packers are not actual legit contenders.
Yeah. No, I don't.
This is such a bad loss. You watched what Buffalo did to Carolina last week, and say the Packers do somehow come out of the NFC. I mean, they're gonna get rolled whenever they play, and that's a big hypothetical. But I just don't even see them coming out of the NFC at all.
I don't either.
They're so inconsistent. So it's bad. It's bad.
The NFC is just weird right now.
Super weird.
Super weird. Everybody was saying the AFC is bad. Now I think it's flipping on its head. I feel like with the Ravens being healthy, it's just NFC does not look great. But yeah, we'll keep it moving. We'll get to the 4 o'clock games. Overtime game, Jaguars-Raiders. Jaguars squeak it out 30-29. Brock Bowers absolutely went off for the Raiders, but could not get it done. Trevor Lawrence got it done at the end. He ran for a touchdown, 220 yards through the air. I mean, Parker Washington led in receiving yards. Brian Thomas Jr. only had 3 catches. That is crazy. The Jags defense didn't even play that good. Geno looked a lot better. Genti still couldn't run the ball. What did you think about that game?
I think Brock Bowers matters a lot.
Yes.
A lot. When the Pats lost to the Raiders, Brock Bowers killed us.
Yeah, 12 catches, 127 yards. They were missing Brock Bowers
for a while, and you could see it in their offense.
Yeah.
He's clearly that alpha guy that they want to rely on a lot. Genti did score through the air, Bowers with 3 touchdowns. It's over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Expect Bowers to continue to be great.
If you got him in fantasy, good thing you held on to him.
The Jags did end up winning this game.
Shout out Cam Little. I mean,
Cam Little won this game. He set an NFL record today, 68-yarder.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you never know who's going to set that record. It's kind of crazy. You give some kickers a chance, they could do it.
Yeah, he hit that 70-yarder in preseason. Everybody thought he could do it, so he finally got the chance to do it. And yeah, the Jags are 5-3. They held on to this one. My Raiders money line. I didn't actually bet the Raiders money line. I should have did the spread though. They would have covered, but yeah, Jags held on. I'm pretty sure Tuin ran for a touchdown. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, Tuin ran for a touchdown. Lawrence ran for a touchdown. Did they have a defensive touchdown? No. Huh. How the hell did they score 30 points? Oh, Trevor Lawrence ran for 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize that. He ran for the one in overtime, right? Yeah, he ran for the one in overtime. Yeah, I mean, and then Pete Carroll and stuff and the Raiders, they go down there and score. Oh, you're always going for that. You don't want
absolutely.
To tie.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you're 2-5. Who cares?
There's 30 seconds left. You're obviously either going to tie or you lose, or you lose or you win. So they made the right call. They just didn't end up getting the 2 points.
Excuse me. Thanks.
So, yeah, I'm not a big believer in Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like Trevor Lawrence, I remember when he was coming out of college and as a Jets fan, he was in contention for the number 1 pick, and we pissed away the number 1 pick that year. And I mean, not that he would have been terrible on the Jets as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for the Jets, but Trevor Lawrence, I just don't understand it sometimes. I really was made aware of it, against the Rams, how bad it was. But today, that first, early on, they were right on the goal line, and he threw a terrible interception. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Jags are 5-3.
5-3. I'm not scared of them.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good win for them. I don't know.
They're going to be in the hunt. I mean, they're going to be around.
Yeah, they'll be around for the playoff talk, but don't expect them to make any noise.
Yeah, they may not even make it. I mean, I would have to look at their schedule, but they may not even get in there.
Right.
They play the Texans next week. I'm betting on the Texans. Texans are favored again, -1 at home.
We'll see if CJ plays. Let's
I don't know. Trevor
Hit
Lawrence.
the brakes a little bit. And
Trevor Lawrence might not even score against that
but I'm
defense.
not betting Davis Mills to fucking go and win.
He's kidding. He didn't look bad. Like he didn't look great though.
The second half, he
The Broncos
second half,
defense
he looked terrible.
Broncos defense is better than the Jaguars defense.
Yeah.
And then they play. Man, the Jaguars are going to make the playoffs. They got Titans twice still. That's 2 wins. Cardinals, and then they play the Jets. That's 9 wins. So then they got to squeak out one more. But they'll be in the talk if they can do that. But yeah, so Jags are going to be in the hunt. Who knows if they squeak in? I wouldn't be scared of playing them. But we'll move on to Los Angeles. Saints 10, Rams 34. And if you were to ask me right now, I think the Rams might be the best team in the NFC. I mean, that defense looks good. The offense is incredible. I bet on the Rams minus 14. I'm not one to lay a lot of points, and it was no sweat.
Yeah, no, they dominated this game. Tower Shuck gets the start. He didn't look terrible, but he didn't look great.
Yeah.
I feel like him and Rattler are Rattler kind of looked decent this season, so I'd kind of give an edge to Rattler.
They never got blown out like this until last week against the Bucs. But before that, they were playing close games.
But Shuck wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Puka with the Rams make the Rams a lot better. Puka obviously had the chest injury where he left for a little bit.
But then I don't know if he went back in, but he came.
He did. He ended up coming back in.
Could have come back in the game, but the Rams held him off because of the lead.
So the Rams offense is so good that
Kyron 25 for 114 and a touchdown. Adams had 2 touchdowns. Yeah. On the other hand, I just don't. Why are you holding on to Kamara? Why does Kamara want to stay? Just trade him.
I don't know why he wants to stay.
He said he wants to stay, but
he probably has like a house there.
Yeah, I don't know.
A girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got probably some personal things. What other reason do you have wanting to stay in New Orleans?
They gotta trade Olave. They're not gonna be good anytime soon. Just try to see what you can get for him, because you're not gonna pay him either. Why would you?
No, they're not gonna. They don't have the money to. They're in debt. They've been in debt for the last 7 years. They signed a lot of guys to big contracts, and they are still recovering from that. So. Yeah, weird spot for the Saints. They've looked like not the worst team in the NFL, but not even close.
The past 2 weeks, they've looked like one of the worst. Though.
Yeah.
Past 2 weeks in a row. But you know what? Their one win is against the Giants.
And can we stop classifying Taysom Hill as a tight end?
Yeah, they literally had him.
How is that guy a tight end on the depth chart?
They literally had him lined up at running back.
Yes,
they had him
I
just. Yeah.
He was the leading rusher in today's game.
Yeah.
4 carries for 30 yards. Kamara had 6 carries for 14 yards.
Yeah.
So
but just trade him.
I don't know.
What is he, 30 years old? I don't know why he wants to stay. I would try to win something. I don't know.
I think he's content. I don't know.
Chiefs could use him, but we'll go there. Chiefs 21, Bills 28. Josh Allen, regular season, Mahomes cannot beat him. I mean, Bills jumped out to the lead and they didn't look back. I don't know if the Chiefs ever took the lead, but for a while there, I thought, oh no. The Chiefs are going to somehow do it. 4th and 17, they picked that up, and then they kicked the field goal, and they missed it. I was like, uh-oh. But the Bills survived. Josh Allen had 3 total touchdowns. James Cook went for 114 against that defense. Kincaid had 101 yards.
Kincaid went crazy.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa had a great game. They got a lot of pressure on Mahomes.
Yeah.
And I think that is where they won the game, is that Mahomes did take a decent amount of sacks.
Yeah.
He got sacked 3 times.
3 times.
So,
but they were in his face.
He was making errant throws.
15 quarterback hits they had.
It was. I think that was a difference maker, was their ability to get pressure on Mahomes.
Not a good game for Mahomes. 15.
No,
it
34. Really wasn't. It was, but they only lost by 7, and we're gonna be talking about this because chances are these two end up playing each other.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
Definitely.
And we'll see then.
I mean, the Chiefs O-line's got to get healthy, though. 24 quarterback pressure, 3 sacks. That's not a recipe for success at all.
No.
And on the other hand, the Bills, I mean, their secondary held up because you think Mahomes got to throw the ball, watch out. And Maxwell Hairston, the cornerback from Kentucky, the rookie, he played really good. They kept throwing at him, and he kept making plays. And James Cook got to close it out. I mean, that was 27 carries, 114 yards. Josh Allen had 3 touchdowns total, like I said. And, I mean, Bills, I think, are back. They had those 2 bad losses. And after that bye, it looks like they shook it off and they're turning the defense around. I really hope your Patriots can hold on. They got hopefully they can beat them again, and then I think that would pretty much solidify it.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, Bills look good today. Absolutely a scary team in the AFC. But yeah, it was kind of rough for Kansas City today. So
yeah, for some reason you still think Kansas City is the team to beat for some reason.
Yeah, it's just you can never count them out. So.
Yeah, I just hope they can win. If they don't win the division and don't play at home at all, I don't know. They got to catch the Broncos. They do play the Broncos twice, so and now you just watch the Colts, and that may be a good game. But, go Colts! But yeah, Chiefs 21, Bills 28. Josh Allen keeps it going in the regular season. He had a great interview after. They asked him about it after the game, and they're like, I'm glad we won, but probably see him again. I mean, they always do. So, yeah, that's all the games we got. I mean, we're recording during Sunday Night Football right now. Seahawks are up 13-0.
Torrey Horton just caught another touchdown.
Holy!
25-yard touchdown.
Sick.
Let's go, dude. If the Seahawks win, I'm about to win like $80. Like I did. His catches were only 2.5. That's what I posted as my pick for tonight. He already covered that. Yeah, he's got 3 catches, and I did 40 yards was plus like 150.
Wow.
So yeah. He already got that. So I just need the Seahawks money line. So I need the Seahawks to hold on. So yeah, Seahawks 14, Commanders 0. If this holds up, I mean, Commanders might be dead. I mean, that division.
This is one of my better takes before the season.
Yeah, I mean that division is not very good either. The Cowboys can't play defense. Giants can't play defense. Commanders can't play defense. I mean, Eagles are gonna cakewalk through that division, but Sam Darnold's 9 for 9 right now, 116.
Might have to be your permanent starting quarterback.
I tried to trade Baker, but yeah, I mean. We got Monday night tomorrow, Cardinals, Cowboys. We both said the Cowboys weren't going to cover. I'm in between. I don't even know if I'll bet on the side. Maybe I'll find a prop or something. Hopefully it's a lot of points, so hopefully it's fun. Wish we had Trey McBride to root for. Chase Brown. Yeah. How did the Bengals score 42 points and Chase Brown wasn't one of those guys?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. All right, we're going to jump into our segment. I think everybody liked this segment, Hot Take and a Headache. We'll start with you this week, Eric. We'll start with your hot take, and we'll go around the horn.
All right. So my hot take this week is that whatever team comes out of the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl. I feel like that they have just distanced themselves so much from the NFC teams, especially this week. It's just the caliber of teams that are coming out of the AFC, I think, are just so much better than the ones in the NFC. I get the Rams are pretty good, and then the Lions, they had a bad loss. I just feel like there's just a difference in quarterback that is so. It's just such a big gap between the NFC. So that is my hot take. Maybe it's not that hot, but I feel like a lot of people in the beginning of the year would have thought that the NFC was better. But it's just I don't feel like that's the case at all. I feel like the AFC has a lot more firepower going.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it. Stick was saying last week they had a lot of matchups that happened. A lot of people were saying that it was that the NFC was better, but yeah, I mean. Right now, if you were to ask me, like I think I said it, the Rams I think might be the best team in the NFC.
The best team, and I just.
But I'm taking if the Ravens make it, I'm taking them over the Rams. I'm taking the Chiefs over the Rams. I'm taking the Bills over the Rams. Mm-hmm. Don't know if I can give it to the Pats yet, but they look good.
We'll see.
And Colts are definitely better than the Rams. They're nice.
Oh, okay.
Just a bad game this week.
I don't even consider the Colts part of that high caliber part of the AFC, but sure.
But yeah, I think it definitely is a hot take. I mean. You're taking no matter what. You're not even saying like who.
I don't think NFC has a chance this year.
Yeah.
So.
But all right, we'll move on. We'll get Stick's hot take of the week, and I'll let you take it away.
Mine is of a similar nature to Eric's. The Rams. We were just talking about how the Rams are good, but I really think the Eagles are just going to waltz to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I just think. I mean, I don't know. It's talking about what we just saw from this week, and it's all based off that. So you never know what's going to happen. But like the Packers and Lions both fall to like the Packers. I mean, I was thinking about my hot take be they don't even make the playoffs. But
yeah,
I think that's a little far fetched. But I really think the Eagles are just like they've learned how to win games and like they've kind of developed that winning culture. And I think like the Rams, I think that would be a great game. And obviously the Rams should have beat them in the season, but. I really think the Eagles, once the playoffs come, I think it'll be just a waltz for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially like we were just talking about that their division. the NFC East, not good. So if they can get the 1 seed, I mean, then everybody's traveling there. They've done it. They did it last year. I definitely could see that. And then on Eric's point, I don't know if they beat one of those good teams that makes out of the AFC. But I hate the Eagles. I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I agree. I somewhat agree. I do believe in the Rams, but you're also an injury away of this happening. But yeah, you agree? I know you're not a big believer in the Eagles, and I never will be. So
I don't think the Eagles do make the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
personally, I think it's more between Rams, Lions, and then. Honestly, if the Niners get healthy, I think the Niners could be a
Yeah, but that's the thing. You already know the Niners aren't going to be healthy. Like, no Fred Warner. He ain't coming back.
But, more healthy than they are. So.
Yeah, that's true. But, all right, well, mine's going to be in college football. After this week, everything that happened, I'm going to go to some people say G6. I'm always going to say G5, by the way. That could be my headache. What? Stop saying the Pac-2. Who cares? They're terrible. They're not in the conference. But, all right, the G5... I think this is probably a bad look. I'm wearing Coastal right now. I didn't even realize that. But I think JMU is going to be the G5 playoff representative. I know that there's teams right now in the American Conference with 1 loss, but if you look at the schedules, they all play each other, and it's just going to be absolute carnage. And I don't think they can put a 2-loss G5 team if JMU's only loss would be 14 points to Louisville, which Louisville scored the last 7 in kind of garbage time, and Louisville's not bad. So, and JMU's defense is so good. I bet on them last week against Texas State. They, the last 3 games, they haven't gave up, a point in the second half. They figure it out. Their coach is, a hot commodity to go up to I would have to look up his name, I forget it, but he talks about getting one of these jobs, which they're all open. So you can get whatever job you want, I feel like. But yeah, that would be my hot take, really, that JMU wins out and gets the G5 spot. They'll probably get slapped. Alonzo Barnett's their quarterback, and I actually don't know if he's very good, but their defense is legit. I also do have a future on them to win the conference. I also do have San Diego State to win the Mountain West, which they're the other team that has a chance. If they won out, it would be between those two. But San Diego State, I could see losing a game, though, but they could still win their conference. But yeah, that's our hot takes this week. But we'll jump into the headaches. We'll start with Stick's headache this week. What did you have an issue with this week, Stick?
My headache is just dudes that are out on the football field that aren't playing with any heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so many missed tackles and just times where a guy is there to make a play and he just shies away. And that's literally what I played football for 1 year, and when I would even in practice, whatever, I was the type of kid to shy away. Right? If you're in college football or the NFL, you have been you work hard, but you have been granted a great opportunity to get to play a sport for your livelihood, and you should be laying. You don't want to get hurt, but you should be laying everything out there. Yeah. There's just guys that just don't seem to want to be the one to make a play, and I just don't understand how that's a thing.
Yeah.
All throughout football, and I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like there are. I don't know. There's guys that might not be as talented, but if they're if they really know what's going on and they're there to get make a play when it needs to be made, then let them try it. Let them give them the opportunity over somebody else who's not doing it. And so, there's plenty on. There's the other side where there's plenty of guys that do show an extreme amount of heart. But I don't know. It's just frustrating to see on that first play of the Texas game, a screenplay, and there's just. A guy misses a tackle straight off, but the last line of defense, I don't know if it was a corner or safety, is right there to make the play, and he just barely touches the guy, brushes him off, and he's gone 75 yards to the house. And so I don't know, it's just frustrating to see that sometimes.
That play exactly. That's got to be that's got to piss your coach off.
Yeah.
The opportunity Vanderbilt had, because you looked at the game, they definitely could have played with them. Clearly, they just, maybe the moment was too big, they weren't ready. But man, you win. If Vanderbilt wins that game, they walking into the playoffs. But that would Clark Lee had to be pissed off, and that shit pisses. We're talking about Deonte Banks. Why does he play football? Is a different question. But one of the worst draft picks of all time. He went to Maryland, and also Maryland's coach got fired today too. So that job's also open now. So coaching that was crazy. They started 4-0 and then 4-5, and you're fired. I think they haven't won a game in the Big Ten yet. That was your lock of the week.
Indiana.
They killed them. right now you're looking good on your locks. Seahawks are up 21-0 now.
Yeah, the Commanders are not good. So
yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way. Stop believing Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is good, but he's just not. He's not that.
Yeah. I that shit definitely pisses me off too. Like, and I'll get into mine because mine kind of gets up to it. My headache of the week, it condones around Texas, but you see it all over. When a team gets a lead, what the fuck do they do? Like, what? You guys just want to let them come back? Like, every time I bet on, you guys just want to let them come back? It's fine. Like, we go back to the Giants game a couple weeks ago. What happens? Like, Sark gets up there and laughs it off because they won. You're not laughing even. They almost didn't recover the onside kick either. That was almost a complete loss. The fact that you let teams from down that big come back in the game, well, gets me pissed off because that was my play of the weekend and I loved it and it pushed. It pushed. How did it push? That was plus 650 we would have hit.
Yeah.
That would have pissed me. It did piss me off. It did piss me off.
It's just that same thing you see when like things are close or like not even close. The team's leading and then they just 15 yards, 15 yards,
yeah.
15 yards. Yeah. 15
I don't understand.
Because they don't want to get beat over top. They just let them just drive and get momentum and then they start feeling something on offense and they call their best play that they have.
Oh my. Is that Cody White? That's Cody White, not Ricky White. Ricky White's that UNLV receiver that me and Andrew liked. Seahawks just had like a 50-yard missed tackles. Like 4 people just missed a tackle because Seahawks are up 28-0 now, and that game is probably over.
And then 28-0 in this primetime game, right?
Yo,
so we can jump right into my headache of the week. So this game is 28-0 in primetime right now. My headache of the week is why the fuck was the Chiefs and Bills game not primetime?
Yeah.
I get you don't want Collinsworth dick sucking Mahomes because that's what he does, but I don't care. That is a game you look at the beginning of the season and you should be saying that needs to be on primetime, no matter what. And then my other thing is they have a certain week they're allowed to flex.
I think they move it up every year. I think it might be like
we just change that to week 1 we can flex.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not gonna do it week 1.
Maybe like the first 5 weeks I get it, you don't know. But then after that, let's
start flexing the best games into primetime television.
I agree.
Because this game right now, everybody's turning off and going to bed.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about this. They're up 28-0. So it's so frustrating when you watch a game like the Bills and Chiefs game where it was 28-21, a great game. You have Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the league versus the second best quarterback in the league. You know, you could argue that, but it's just the point that game should be on primetime television, and the fact it's not is embarrassing for the NFL. This game is not bringing in views. They're all going to turn off at halftime.
Yeah.
It hurts their pockets more than anything. So it's annoying, and I'm sick of seeing Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night games that are just absolute blowouts that don't matter. Thursday
night, I get why they can't because it's the short week and stuff, and on a Thursday night, that's always just a teaser for the weekend. Sunday night's the one I get pissed off about because, like most people, they got to go to work the next day. You want to watch, you want to get that last good game in before you go to bed for work for the week. Monday night, I don't care as much either because, you're blessed with another game.
That is the time for the NFL to make money.
Yeah.
They make money, obviously, they make a ton of money. But you want to make more money is have your viewings. Because people are going to watch the Sunday day games no matter what.
Yeah, I mean...
They're going to watch the games throughout the day no matter what. It's when it's halftime and it's 28-0, or people are turning off the TV. Then your ratings go down. So it hurts you. It hurts the fans because people want to watch good football. And this is not good football. The Chiefs-Bills game would have been way better in this spot, and it's just a big fuck-up by the NFL.
Yeah, like next week, Sunday night game is Steelers-Chargers, and 4:25, the Rams and 49ers play.
Yeah.
Which would be, I think that's going to be a really good
game. So you choose a random AFC matchup versus a divisional matchup in a division that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Which I get.
They both have 6 wins. Yeah. But you know now.
You know now, so you should be able to flex that.
Even Bucs-Patriots would be better than... I don't want to watch the Steelers again. They're not...
The Chargers have been in primetime so many times.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm sick of watching the Chargers.
I agree. I don't know what week they start flexing, but hopefully soon. Because it is always better when they put the best game at night. I agree with that. But yeah, I mean, that's our headaches of the week. Can't stand when people don't tackle, which tied into mine because when you're up big, just tackle. That's all you got to do. Tackle and do your job. Texas was, one of their touchdowns, they're all over here, like just miscommunication, because they're not paying attention anymore, and then they're back in the game, and then you don't cover a spread. I mean, you got to know the spread at this point.
Got to know the spread.
Good
teams win, great teams cover.
Some people got Texas at 3.5, like right before the game was 3.5, like Because like Dave tweeted out Vanderbilt plus 3.5, Dave Portnoy, and he did legacy cover if you had that. Legacy cover.
I mean, giving up a 4th and 19, like when Vanderbilt's in their own territory, then, like you usually get one stop.
I'm usually one to lay the juice too and just take the money line, but I truly thought Texas was gonna whoop them, and they were until the end. So, all right, that's our recap this week. Good week of football. I'm a little drained from the sports. A lot of ball we watched this weekend. A lot of good games. Excited for next week, college football. I mean, we only got 4 weeks left of full slates of Saturday. My headache also could have been, stop with this stupid, we got to wait 3 weeks for the playoffs. I can't stand that. Just give it to us. And it also gets into the transfer portal, where the transfer portal opens up when the playoffs start. Stupidest thing ever the college football could do. I saw Dan Lanning talk about it the other day with Joe Klatt. It's so stupid. But, all right. Hope our bets, we didn't do too bad. We hit that one parlay. We still don't know about a touchdown score, but we were close. We'll have a new guest caller next week. Carter Lewis got it right, though. You both had it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0 so far. Hopefully the Commanders will come back.
No.
Would you cash out?
No.
They're locked.
The Seahawks are winning by 3 points.
But yeah, we're going to keep doing that every weekend. So make sure you go follow us on socials. HTH Sports on X, TikTok, and Instagram. We did a lot more content out there on Instagram and TikTok. It was nice to not have a wig on today. But we should get a hair. How much I touched my hair that week. Yeah. Good thing I never will have long hair. But yeah, go follow Stevie Picks for me. I posted all my picks. I think we did all right I think I'm around 500. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys like and if there's anything you guys want to see us do. I mean, we're open to every suggestion you can think of. Anything else you guys want to add?
Good.
Good? All right. And we'll see you guys Friday. Thank you for watching.